Yo guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another video on my channel here. Now in today's video, guys, I'm going to be bringing you a little Madden experiment today. We're going to be seeing what Madden is going to be predicting in terms of the NFL free agency period for 2021. Now, what I've done is I actually downloaded the Football Guy rosters off of the Xbox share rosters, and then I went and I released all of the players that are going to be in free agency for the upcoming 2021 window. And basically what we're going to do is we're going to see them from the preseason all the way to week 1 of the regular season, and we're going to see what teams sign what players, who gets better, who gets worse, pretty much all of that. So guys, before we do get in the video, if you do want to follow me on Twitter, my link is down below. And then also, guys, if you want to follow my Discord, my link is down there, and then the sign up link is down there as well. And speaking of the Discord, I actually have a friend. His name is Lyric #5830. If you look him up on Discord and add him, if you are looking to join a franchise league, he's going to be starting one up. So go ahead and add Lyric 5830. I will leave the name in the description. Go ahead and add him if you want to join an Xbox franchise, and he will definitely really appreciate it. Just say you're from my channel, and then he'll get you set up from there. And then finally, guys, if you want to check out my 2 most recent videos, they're going to be in the top right screen right now. And speaking of which as well, it's not final thing, but I have a join button now on my YouTube channel. It costs about $5 a month to join my channel. It's a subscription service, but it will get you full access to full written out Madden guides on my Discord server, as well as early previews to videos that are going to be released. So if you're interested in that, please go ahead and join the channel. It helps support me, and it also gives you some pretty cool perks. But guys, let's go ahead. Let's move into the experiment. Okay, guys, so here we go. I am on the Steelers because I actually had to release Bud Dupree to free agency, but we're just going to take a look real quick. We're going to see. I'm just going to show you guys proof. We do have, like, Levante Davidson free agency, Trent Williams, Antonio Brown, Allen Robinson, Brandon Scherf, Shaquille Barrett, Kenny Golladay are the top guys in free agency. Now, I also did update the rosters as well with, like, J.J. Watt and the Cardinals. We have the quarterback swap between the Rams and the Lions. So obviously the Rams have Matt Stafford, the Lions have Jared Goff. That's pretty much like the extent of it. Also, like, Alex Smith is in here. I'm not really going to give you guys a full breakdown of the positions here, but I am going to show you the top guys, which I just did show. So pretty much this is going to be very, very interesting. I already did this once, and there was a couple of teams who got a lot better, and in the end, though, the Chiefs actually won the Super Bowl, but, like, the Ravens, they signed, like, Chris Godwin, and I believe they signed Chris Godwin and somebody else. And then, like, the Eagles got a lot better. The Chargers got decently better. So, you know, it's going to be very interesting to see what happens here. But, guys, we're going to sim to the end of the preseason. We're going to go over the signings, and then we're going to do a simulation on if free agency really affects what is going to be happening in the season. So, guys, I will see you in week 1 of the regular season. Okay, guys, so now we're in week 1 of the regular season. You're seeing right here Antonio Brown has not been picked up by anybody. Very interesting right here. He's an 89 receiver. Also, you see Earl Thomas didn't get picked up. Will Fuller didn't get picked up. Kyle Rudolph, Golden Tate, Jordan Reed, Delaney Walker, Deshaun Jackson, Marvin Jones. There was a lot of guys that did not get signed in this free agency that could really benefit for some teams. But what we're going to do, we're going to go into the transaction window. We're going to see what happened from there, and then we're going to be looking at the free agents. So you see right there, the 49ers end up getting Juju Smith-Schuster. Very interesting right here. They end up getting him. Also, you see that the football team ended up picking up Jared Cook. Let's see who else they ended up getting. So Marcus Gilbert went to the Giants. Bud Dupree goes to the Eagles. This is pretty similar to what happened in my first simulation, but we do have Bud Dupree going to the Eagles right here. So he's now kind of an enemy to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Let's see who else. Jordan Hicks. No, he's in the middle. Yeah, Jordan Hicks goes to the Bears. We got, who else are the big players right here? Darius Geis. Ricardo Allen goes to the football team right there. We got Danico Autry going to the Cowboys. Brian Poole, the former Jets cornerback, ends up going to the Green Bay Packers. Very good signing for them right there. We got, who else? Oh, Kenny Golladay goes to the Ravens. That is a very interesting signing. Yeah, I think this is very similar to what happened in the last simulation. But you're seeing right here, Kenny Golladay ended up going to the Ravens. Rob Gronkowski ends up going to the Buccaneers. Another tight end, Gerald Everett, goes to the Chargers. Yannick Ngakoue also goes to the Chargers as well. Henry Anderson actually goes to the opposite team. He goes to the Giants from the New York Jets. He was just released a few days ago. Christian Kirksey, former middle linebacker of the Browns and Packers. He actually goes back to Green Bay right here. We got, who else? Who are the other big guys? Adam Vinatieri actually comes back. He goes to the Eagles. We have Duke Johnson, signs with the Falcons right here. Also, Jordan Howard, former runner for the Rookie of the Year in 2017. He ends up going to the New York Jets. HaHa Clinton-Dix signs with the 49ers here. I believe he was a former Packers and maybe football team safety, and the Vikings end up getting Anthony Harris back. So that was something that was very different. I believe Anthony Harris went to the football team, but now he comes back to Minnesota. Dontae Poe goes to the Jaguars. AJ Boye signs with the Super Bowl champion Bucks. Ronald Darby goes down south to the Miami Dolphins. We got Chris Godwin. He ends up still going to the Ravens in the simulation. Very interesting. Jonnu Smith ends up going to the Panthers. Very nice pickup for them, and it's going to replace Ian Thomas as the number one as the number one tight end. Tony Jefferson, former Ravens safety, goes to the Cowboys. We got Rick Wagner. He ends up going to the Dolphins. Jadeveon Clowney, former number one overall pick in 2014, ends up going to the Falcons. Carl Lawson heads to Tennessee right there. We got Michael Pilardi. He's going to go to the Chargers, former Panthers punter. Russell Okung is going to go to the Panthers. We got Michael Kendricks goes to the Bengals. Let's see who else. Nick Easton, former, I believe, Minnesota Vikings guard. He ends up going to the Patriots. That's not an awful pickup. The Washington football team, they end up picking up Zane Gonzalez right here. You know, pretty good kicker. Not too bad right there. Chris Carson goes to the Eagles right here. So he is going to be pairing up with Miles Sanders in the backfield. The Panthers, they get a very nice safety combo right there with Jeremy Chin and Marcus May. Marcel Darius goes to the Cowboys. Chidobe Awuzie goes from the Cowboys to the division rival in the New York Giants. Alex Smith re-signs with the football team. Shaquille Griffin, he ends up going to the division rival, the Seahawks, in terms of the Los Angeles Rams. We got Cameron Wake goes to the Chiefs, the former Dolphins and Titans edge rusher. We got Ronald Leary, he goes to the Texans, and Blake Bortles, who was a decent, he was very bad for the Jaguars. He ends up going to the Texans, though, the division rival. And let's see how the other guys did. So we have to take a look at who. We have to take a look at, like, I don't even know who we have to look at, honestly. I don't think that the Steelers ended up signing anybody. So the guy that I really want to know what happened to is Dak Prescott. Let's see where he ended up going, and does he stay in Dallas? And let's see, and he does. So Dallas ends up getting their quarterback back right here. Let's also take a look as well at Andy Dalton. I believe he was a free agent. And Jameis Winston ends up going to the New England Patriots. Interesting pickup. Cam Newton goes to the Philadelphia Eagles here. Who else do we have? We got Mariota. Oh, actually, I think Mariota might be a free agent. Yeah, I forgot to release him. Yeah, what are you going to do? We got Andy Dalton. He goes to the Cleveland Browns, so the division rival of the Cincinnati Bengals. He is back in the AFC North, but he's playing backup now to Baker Mayfield. Alex Smith, obviously, you saw, goes back to the football team. Take a look at running back now. I think Aaron Jones was the biggest guy that we did not see go to another team, and he ends up going to the Los Angeles Chargers, so he is going to team up with Austin Eckler. Let's move on to receiver right here. And I believe there were some big guys in here. I don't think we saw any. Okay, Allen Robinson, the first big guy, and he goes to the division rival Green Bay Packers from the Chicago Bears. Very interesting. That will be a very nice tandem with him and Devontae Adams. We saw Chris Godwin going to the Ravens. Kenny Golladay ends up going to the Ravens too, as we did see. And there was also T.Y. Hilton. He ends up going to the division rival of the Colts, the Tennessee Titans. Interesting move, to say the least, right there. And there was a couple of other guys, I believe, that were free agents. You saw, obviously, Juju. He goes to the 49ers. Corey Davis ends up going to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Very interesting move right there to pair up with Tom Brady and all those guys over there and Mike Evans. And let's see, Emmanuel Sanders. Yeah, he was not a free agent, I know. And I think that's pretty much it in terms of free agent receivers. You got John Brown, Brandon Ayuk. And I think that's pretty much it. Let's take a look at tight end. I believe there was only, I think, Jonnu Smith was the biggest guy right here. And, oh no, never mind. Hunter Henry, he ends up going to New England. So that is going to be their possible Gronkowski replacement right there. You saw Gronk going to the Bucs. We got Jonnu Smith. He goes to the Panthers. Jared Cook ends up going to the football team, as you saw right there. Gerald Everett goes to the Chargers. And that's pretty much it for this. Let's take a look at left tackle. Where did Trent Williams go? And he ends up going to the Indianapolis Colts. So the Colts get their Anthony Costanzo replacement and a better guy right there in Trent Williams. Take a look next. I believe Joe Tooney was at left guard, and he ends up going to the Minnesota Vikings. So very interesting move right there. He ends up going to the Vikings, and that's not too bad right there. Take a look at center. Corey Linsley and Nick Martin were the biggest two guys right there. Corey Linsley, he goes down south to the Miami Dolphins. And then also we got Nick Martin. He ends up going to the Chicago Bears. Let's take a look at right guard now. I believe the best right guard was Brandon Scherf, and he signs back with the football team, which is a big re-sign for them. They really needed it. Then at right tackle, I believe Darrell Williams was the best in this class, and he ends up going to the Green Bay Packers. Now, in terms of left end, let's see what we got here. I don't think there was any. Yeah, you saw J.J. Watt. I don't know. Was there any big left ends in free agency? I don't actually know. Shelby Harris from the Broncos. He ends up going to the Carolina Panthers right there. Not too bad of a pickup for them. And I think that's pretty much it. Right end, I don't know. Was there any big guys at right end? I forget. And actually, no, there was Leonard Williams. He ends up going back to the New York Jets. So the reunion is on in New York here with Leonard Williams and the Jets. And then we have like Jarrell Casey. He ends up going to the Falcons here. And I think that, oh, no, actually, no. We have one more guy. Carl Lawson goes to the Tennessee Titans. Take a look at DT. And let's scroll down real quick. We got K'Wan Short. He actually goes to the Ravens as well, the former Panthers defensive tackle. That is a great move there by that team. Dalvin Tomlinson, he goes to the Vikings, the former Giants defensive tackle. Very good move on their part. Left us at linebacker. I think one of the biggest guys here, or the biggest guy, was Leonard Floyd. And where did he end up going? Actually, Kyle Van Noy. I got to release him as well. But we got, let's see. We got Cameron Wake, obviously, you saw with the Chiefs. Leonard Floyd goes to the San Francisco 49ers. Second middle linebacker, Lavonte David. He ends up going to the Philadelphia Eagles right here. That's a big pickup for them right there. Very, very big pickup. And let's see, we got CJ Mosley. I think that was pretty much it right there. Right outside linebacker, we do have Shaquille Barrett, second best guy in the league, and he goes to the Tennessee Titans. Very big pickup. You saw Clowney going to the Falcons right there. And also Yannick Ngakoue going to the Chargers. Cornerback. This was a very deep cornerback free agency. There was a lot of guys in here. And I believe, let's take a look at them. And we got not a Dory Jackson. We have, who is the best guy? William Jackson. He ends up going to the New York Giants. So he's going to pair up with James Bradbury and that amazing secondary over there in New York. AJ Boye we saw going to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We got, who else was big? Desmond King, the former Chargers and Titans defensive back. He ends up going to Carolina. So Carolina getting some decently big additions on defense. We also got Chidobe Awuzie. We saw Shaquille Griffin. We saw Darby. We saw, and we'll go for one more, Brian Poole, we saw with the Packers. Now, in free safety, the biggest guy in this class, in the free agent class, was, I believe, Marcus Williamson. He does re-sign with the Saints. That's a big pickup for them. They really needed it. 23 years old. Very nice signing. You saw Marcus May to the Panthers, and then Anthony Harris back to the Vikings. And then finally, strong safety. And I forget who was big. Oh, actually, no, John Johnson was the biggest player. He ends up going down to Jacksonville. So that's not too bad right there. You know, makes that defense just a little bit better. And I think those were the biggest guys. So a lot of very good additions. I think the Eagles definitely got better. The Chargers definitely got better. And the Ravens got better as well. So now what we're going to do the full season sim. I'll see you guys at the end of this season. Alright guys, so at the end of the season, we did not make the playoffs as the Steelers. We finished with a record of 4-12, and you see right here, the Ravens are not actually the best in the division. The Browns and the Bengals are both above them right here. So let's take a look at this playoff bracket. Who ended up making the playoffs? So the 1 seed is the Los Angeles Chargers. Massive improvement right there by them. They end up going from not making the playoffs to the number 1 seed. The Browns are the number 2 seed. They're taking on the Ravens, who had some great offensive additions. The Bills and the Bengals are going to face off as well. The Bills really trying to recap the magic of last season in technically the real world. Then we have the Colts and the Chiefs going at it right here. The Colts making the playoffs again, and that's big right there. And you see the Philadelphia Eagles are the number 1 seed in the NFC. So the additions of Lavonte David and more really helped over there. You have the 49ers and the Packers. The 49ers added Leonard Floyd and Juju Smith-Schuster off the top of my head. The Packers ended up adding Brian Poole. You have the Lions and the Bears. So they end up actually going both to the playoffs right here. The Lions have been in the playoffs in a very long time, and the Bears just made the playoffs, but they made, I think, with an 8-7-1 record. And then the Falcons, they end up making it, and they're going to be playing the Rams as well. The Falcons added Jadeveon Clowney and Duke Johnson. Those were the two notable additions that I saw from them. So let's go ahead. Let's sim this week. Let's see who is going to be advancing to the divisional round of the playoffs to face the number 1 seeds. And it is going to be the Ravens. They upset the Browns by a score of 28-17. The Bengals also upset the Bills 31-26. And then the Chiefs upset the Colts 17-14. On the NFC side, the Packers pull off the upset of the 49ers 21-16. The Bears pull off the upset of the Lions 34-20. And then the Falcons were the only higher seed to win. They win by a score of 17-13 over the Los Angeles Rams. So your matchups now are going to be the Chargers, Ravens, then you got the Chiefs and Bengals, then the Eagles, Packers, and finally the Falcons versus the Bears. So who is going to be going to the NFC Championship? Let's see what we got right here. Can the number 1 seeds prevail, or will they be upset? And it is going to be the Chargers and the Chiefs. They will be facing off in the AFC Championship. And then the NFC title is between the Eagles and the Bears. So a possible kind of reuniting of Nick Foles with the Eagles right here. You're seeing right here the Chargers defeat the 7-seed Ravens 42-38. Very high scoring game there. The Chiefs get it done versus the Bengals 31-17. The Eagles get it done versus the Packers 35-28. And then the Bears end up upsetting the Falcons 41-27. So those are your matchups right here. Let's take a look now who is going to be playing in the Super Bowl. And let's see what we got. And it will be the Eagles and the Chiefs. That is an interesting matchup right here. Andy Reid coached both teams, obviously. You saw the Chiefs got the upset 30-16, and the Eagles got it done very handedly 31-7. Who is going to be winning the Super Bowl? Will it be the Chiefs, or will the Eagles win their second Super Bowl in just a couple of years span? Let's see what we got here. Who's going to win it? And it is going to be the... Oh, wow, the Chiefs get it done. Very close game, though. 38-35 is your score. The Chiefs are the Super Bowl champions. So let's take a look here. So Frank Clark won the Super Bowl MVP. NFL MVP was Baker Mayfield. Offensive Player of the Year was Matt Ryan. Coach of the Year was Anthony Lynn. Defensive Player of the Year was Roquan Smith. Now let's quickly take a look as well how our free agents did in this season if we can. So let's take a look at player stats. Biggest guy we're going to be focusing on quarterback, obviously, is going to be Dak Prescott. Let's see how he did on this new season. And, okay, so Jameis Winston had a very good year. 4,200 yards, 32 touchdowns, 17 picks. Let's take a look as well. Carson Wentz does pretty good on a new team. 4,000 yards, 37 touchdowns, 14 interceptions. And let's take a quick look right here. Prescott is way down here. Cam Newton does, very good. 3,900 yards, 38 touchdowns, 13 picks right here for the new Philadelphia Eagle. And you have Dak Prescott, 3,500 yards, 29 touchdowns, and 7 interceptions. Now, let's take a look at rushing right here. And I don't see any free agents right now. And we have David Johnson gets 1,000 yards, and that's pretty much it. You have Chris Carson, though, 969 yards, 8 touchdowns as a Philadelphia Eagle. And we do also have Aaron Jones gets 863 yards and 9 touchdowns. So free agent running backs were a little bit disappointing this year, Chris Carson being the best out of them all. In terms of receiving right here, Anthony Miller, I don't know what it is, man. Last couple simulations I've done for videos that didn't work out, he's had amazing seasons. I don't know what it is. David Moore has an incredible season as well. Chris Godwin, 1,100 yards, 10 touchdowns. Very, very nice right there. Tim Patrick with 12 touchdowns, 1,100 yards. Definitely will be very good for the Broncos fans if he does get it done right there. And let's take a look. And Tyrell Williams actually with the Lions, 1,000 yards and 8 touchdowns. Very nice right there. Sterling Shepard, Jamison Crowder, Juju Smith-Schuster barely cracks 1,000 yards. Only 1 touchdown, though, on the year. Very disappointing. Allen Robinson gets 993 yards, 7 touchdowns. And Davante Adams doesn't hit 1,000 yards either. 995 yards and 8 touchdowns. Very disappointing for those guys over there in Green Bay. Let's take a look now on defense here. We have Miles Jack leading the league in tackles right here. Look at Roquan, though. 136 tackles, 16 TFLs, and 4.5 sacks. That is a very well-rounded season. And let's take a look real quick at how our boy Levante David did this year at middle linebacker. And he is way down here. Brian Poole got more tackles than him. Very interesting here. Oh my goodness, he is way down here. 94 tackles, 6 TFLs, and 2 sacks. Let's take a look at TFLs as well. See if any of the free agents are up here right now. J.J. Watt gets 19 TFLs, 7 sacks with the Cardinals here coming over. And we do have Shaquille Barrett, 18 TFLs, 11 sacks right there for the Tennessee Titans, his new team. And we also got right here, trying to find guys, Jerry Hughes, Forrest Buckner. Man, they're kind of really far between right here. Dalvin Tomlinson gets 11 TFLs and 4.5 sacks. And then I think the best guy out of this free agent class on defense was definitely Shaq Barrett right here. Everson Griffin on the Lions has a very good resurgence season, but you're seeing right here Shaq Barrett had an amazing season right here, not going to lie. Chase Young and Cole Holcomb, by the way, both get 10 sacks. Very interesting right here. Bud Dupree actually gets 9 sacks, almost cracks 10, but does not get it. Then interceptions, Deion Jones with 6 right here. Let's take a look at the free agents, and we got, let's see, Trayvon Mullen, Julian Blackmon. Man, they're really down here. Not a lot of picks right here. Von Bell is there as well. And wow, so they really did not get a lot of picks right here. The first guy, wow, Carlton Davis actually went to the Chiefs. That might have been a trade right there. And that's actually very interesting to see. And now in terms of, okay, Earl Thomas actually goes to the Cardinals and gets 2 picks. He is the best performing free agent defensive back. Man, that's very interesting. So guys, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, smash a like, smash 5 likes. Guys, take care. But most importantly, stay classy.